sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, opening round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. Seamus Power, the Irishman, is the leader. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer in good form coming into this one, fresh off a victory a week ago. Always nice to get that first one out of the way, and that's going to be a good one to get this tournament started. Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
Well, it's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right, really the biggest concern, but a well-flighted shot to this 3-level green will be well rewarded.
Wow, what a nice way to start the day, Frank.
Straight out of the gate, and the barn door is officially open.
So now just a short one left for her eagle. Oh yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee, and it's hard to imagine you have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful if you hit driver and 2 straight, because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you've got a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
Frank, this is such a cool venue for a golf tournament out here in Mesquite, Nevada. What a difference from a week ago at Harbortown in South Carolina with those narrow fairways and trees everywhere. Wolf Creek, looks like you can let it rip.
That's for sure. I grew up in New Zealand. We didn't have these canyons and wide open spaces, and certainly, the wildlife running around. So for me, I thought it was sort of awe-inspiring, just seeing America's beauty at its best. But you're right, dramatically different from Hilton Head.
Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, and this one's easy to overcompensate that left to right break. There is a little bit, but not too much.
That one just going to sneak on by. That finished off for par here with the second, and she'll remain at 2 under. All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also it's going to play a little bit further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard.
And the uphill shot there, difficult to judge, and that will wind up short. The tee shot left her here on the par 3, now a long one for her second.
Well, you can put a stamp on that one. It just airmailed the green.
Now a third.
Well, I know it's not an easy shot, expecting someone to loft it out of the thick rough and land the ball softly and stay on the green. But if you don't, that's exactly what happens. Through the other side.
That is expertly judged right there. Very well done.
And double bogeys, it's not the worst thing in the world. Actually, it's the next best thing, but they are round killers.
Okay, that one finished off for a 5 here at the par 3. And she's going to fall back down to even par. This is a good hole here at Wolf Creek, the 4th, par 4 at 383 yards with a pretty severe dogleg to the right. Here at the 4th, 383 yards from the back tee, it's a dogleg right, but Frank, looking at all of those bunkers, you could really make a mess of this hole if you stray.
You can. That's why you've got to simplify it. Just something there that's going to find the fairway. Even like 3-wood and a wedge, that's really all this hole's going to require. Avoid the canyons on the left and in the desert, as well as just, I don't know how many bunkers there is on the right side. So a little bit of fairway up the left, find that there, and really, you should be looking at a birdie putt. It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing. Don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot.
Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, and it would be easy to leave this one short because we're going back up that hill with just the slightest bit of movement from left to right.
Boy, that's That's a good stroke. Just a fraction off target, but you can't get the speed any better than that. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4. And she's going to hold on here at even par. How about this hole, Frank? Par 5, 5th.
If you stand on this tee for the first time, you've got virtually no idea where you've got to aim. Do you aim it left of those bunkers? Do you aim it over the sort of the canyon? Really, the answer is how far do you hit it, because that is going to determine the line that you hit it on. Avoid the water, that little stream. You can always have a drink on the way if you want to, I guess. Second shot plays uphill, but this is a relatively short par 5, so very reachable. But you've got to see, you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up.
And this one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. Just got to get this out to a good number, her second at the par 5. What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Whoa, I know that's a long putt, but that is way short. This one of the longest putts you can have on a golf course, though it is for birdie.
Now a 7-footer.
Nope, didn't see the break, and that slides by to the left. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th, and that's going to drop her down to 1 over. Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. You know, that stream that we just saw at the par 5 5th hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of 280, 290 yards. That's the key. From there, well, you're not going to have too much more in, sort of 140, 150 yards in. It is a dogleg right, but find that fairway there. Second shot played just a fraction uphill. And the screen, it's got more humps and hollows in it. It's to be expected, though. This course is absolutely crazy.
And that, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze. Nicely read there. It is a par here at the 6th, and she'll stay at 1 over. Onward to the short but really fun 7th, 302-yard par 4 hybrid or fairway wood off the tee. Should get you over a ridge that rolls downhill, leaving a short iron over a creek to the green. Look here at birdie.
Yeah, I'm looking to see the break, and I'm really not seeing a lot. If I had to push it, a hair of right to left depended on pace, slightly up the slope.
Got it there, but not quite on target. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And her score is going to stay right where it is. We arrive now at the beautiful but treacherous par 3 8th, another one of Wolf Creek's signature holes, playing a stout 248 yards with a creek that wraps around the green from front to back. Important to hit your mark here. Yeah, that one came in a little hot. It's safely on, but it'll be a long look coming up. Well, Iona's had a good look. Now this for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And her score's going to stay right where it is. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th, it's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter, just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
This one starting a hair right.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
Okay, it's not stone dead, but that's not too bad. Chance now to make the turn with some momentum for birdie. Nothing to it. Well done. It's a birdie here at the ninth, and that will mean this is an even par front side. There's a lot happening on this par 4 10th at 472 yards, though it is one of the few flat tee shots here at Wolf Creek. You can see there are bunkers and a lake on the left and then the brush on the right. So you want to get this ball in play. That's important. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay III.
She's looking at just over 100 yards, coming off a birdie on the previous, looking for 2 in a row. This is the sand wedge. Has gotten a lot of this one, and it's going to be just a fraction long.
Oh, she's got great balance in that swing, too. You can see just picks the iron shot off the turf, and, well, the result, inside 10 feet. Well done.
This will slide a bit right. It's for birdie. Okay, well done. A couple of birdies here sandwiched around the turn at 9 and 10. Here now at the 215-yard par 3 11th, another elevated tee shot, meaning it usually plays shorter than the yardage. A miss right is definitely better than a miss left. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Now, from the apron, second to the par 3. From about 8 feet. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and she'll stay 1 under for the tournament. From a par 3 to a par 5 here at the 12th. It measures 560 yards, a sweeping dogleg left, and there is some trouble down that left side.
This is a scary tee shot. There's no two ways about it, Rich. You've got to get the ball in play because you can really rack up a good score here. That water very much in play. Doesn't matter what club you decide to hit off the tee. 560 yards actually is reachable, believe it or not. But you've got to get it on the fairway. You don't really have to be too brave and try and take too much over there. The other thing, too, to consider about is this green is nearly half the length of an NFL football field. It's 55 yards from the front of this green to the back of the green.
This one's starting a little bit right. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
This one going to really test your distance control. Back up the hill for an eagle. Get up. Get there. Oh, just short. But that is mission accomplished there. Very well done. Nothing to it. It's a birdie here at 12. 13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what, I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just you realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it.
Boy, if this stays online, this could be good. Oh my goodness, that is on in one. Wow, what an incredible shot. One eagle on the card already. This for a second. Side of the hill now, this for her birdie. Nicely done. 2 straight birdies here early on this backside. Frank, describe the layout here at the 14th hole. It's 444 yards. What a beautiful hole.
It is, and it's a beautiful view. You see everything from the top of that tee there. It's a hole that keeps bending to the left. There's enough bunkers down the left there to actually take your eye. That's why you've got to fixate on something in the distance that's a much better line than worrying about that wall of sand down the left side.
This maybe a touch right. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. From the fairway, Nota, her second coming up.
She's looking at 151 yards left to the hole. Have to calculate the wind coming from right to left.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short.
The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
That is well read. A terrific putt there to save par. And she's going to stay at -3. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. It's very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But You miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green.
Okay, that one's dancing. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. Onward to the shortest and one of the easiest holes here at Wolf Creek, the 125-yard par 3 15. The only trouble here, the deep greenside bunkers on the left. This will be a short iron, and this is one you want to stick in there close. Boy, she just seems to be on autopilot right about now. That, another good drive off the tee.
Frank, what makes this downhill shot a little trickier in terms of club selection and setup?
Because of the nature of the downhill, that ball's just going to come out a little lower. So you've got to take that into consideration. It might run a little more on the back end.
Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and she'll remain at 4 under par. We come now to a great risk-reward challenge. 562-yard par 5 17. Good drive will roll down the hill, offering a chance to get home in 2. But if you don't get there, your ball might roll back into a lake. Good luck.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Oh, this is going to flirt with danger left. Oh, and she will not be happy with that, as that is into the water. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4. Oh. That one finished off for bogey here at 17, and she'll drop back down to 3 under. Finishing our round at Wolf Creek with another short par 4, 307-yard 18. Fairway wood or hybrid off the tee might be in order. The approach is the scary part here. Waterfall on the left, deep bunkers and rocks on the right, and a two-tiered green that will make for a tough two-putt. Oh, not holding back. This is a big swing.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Second shot now at the home hole. Ball is in the rough, but has a chance to get this within birdie range with a good shot.
Just hit it way too hard, and you don't get enough spin on the ball, it is going to fly out of that line.
It is always so hard to judge the flight coming out of that kind of line.
Nope. Good putt as she'll save her par here at 18. And this will be a solid opening round of 69, 3 under par. Our featured golfer in a good position, you'd have to say. Just 3 shots off the pace after round 1. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Mesquite, Nevada and Wolf Creek Golf Club, live second-round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've got a tie at the top at 6 under par. Meanwhile, our featured golfer, no lock to play the weekend, hovering a few shots inside the cut line, entering play. That one looking good. It's in the fairway here to start round 2. That is so well done. On into on this opening hole, Frank, at a good chance here for, at a minimum, a birdie to start the round.
Not often you start on a par 5, and not often you reach the green in 2 or have an eagle putt.
Oh, boy, that definitely took a look, but that was a perfectly weighted putt, nearly an eagle. Okay, a well-played hole there. It is birdie to kick off the round, and she'll move 4 under par. 445-yard par 4 second hole. No mistaking where we are. Smack in the middle of the Nevada desert. Here at the par 4, 445-yard second hole. Severe dogleg to the left. What's the best play here, Frank?
Well, that tee shot, Rich, is so intimidating, so you don't necessarily have to hit driver. Club decision is probably going to be important here, because if you hit driver, you've got to take it down over that left side, all over the canyon area. So if you hit 3 wood, you can play a slightly more conservative tee shot, but it is going to leave you a longer second shot. to a green that's well protected on the right side by bunkers. But really, you know, if the wind's not blowing, this is a really good fun hole to play. Look at the vistas.
And that'll do just fine.
10-foot putt left.
Yes, can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And she'll move now to 5 under par. Now to one of the toughest par 3s you're going to find at 227 yards. Just reaching the green is an accomplishment here. It's a full 90 yards uphill from the black tees to the putting surface. And the uphill shot there, difficult to judge, and that will wind up short. Now from below the green, a second up to this par 3.
Oh, you hate to miss from that distance.
Good stop, though it is for a bogey 4. And she's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace.
383-yard fourth hole. Certainly not long, Frank, but there's plenty of trouble out there.
Yeah, this is very much a positional hole. This is not sort of tee it up with a driver and just rip it down there. Just find the fairway. You're going to have virtually just a short wedge, 9-iron really at the most into this green. And really, this is a good chance for a birdie. So 2 good shots, and you shouldn't be too far away.
Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Okay, that one in for par. And she'll remain 2 shots off the pace. Now to the par 5 fifth hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank?
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy-looking tee shot because it looks like you want to go down that down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side As long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
So now, after the penalty stroke adage, she'll find a good spot to take her drop and then get ready for what'll be her 3rd shot.
A nice shot and a good chance for a par. The statistics on the PGA Tour show that from 8 feet, you make 50% of your putts.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and her score is going to stay right where it is. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go, we all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. This is a 13-footer. That one just going to sneak on by. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And her score's going to stay right where it is. Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up just past those those bunkers on the right and the left. Get it down there on the flat. A little pitch you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and it's going to make that second shot that much harder.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. Oh,
she'll take that one. What a tough putt that was to salvage her par. And her score is going to stay right where it is. We think back to the third hole at Wolf Creek straight up the hill. This eighth is the opposite. It's listed at 248 yards on the scorecard, but it plays significantly shorter than that thanks to a drop of better than 80 feet from tee to green. Keep that in mind when selecting your club. Second shot now here at the par 3.
Chip shots, you've got to be so precise. You see all the contours of the green. Well, just needed a few more feet out of that one.
Yes, a perfect read there. That is in to save par. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Finishing up the front side here at Wolf Creek with the 390-yard par 4-9. Bit of a breather here. Time to pull out the big stick and let it rip. Find the fairway, and a birdie is definitely in play. Oh, that came out funny, and it started way left.
Yeah, it might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
All right, that's aboard, but a lot of green between ball and hole. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start it on line, and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. She'll brush that one in for her par here at the 9th. And with that, she'll go out in 35, 1 under par. Starting the backside here at Wolf Creek with a 472-yard par 4-10. One of the rare, relatively flat tee shots. Lake and bunkers on the left, brush on the right, but the landing area is wider than it looks, so anywhere on the short stuff is good. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. It wasn't that hard a shot.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And she'll stay 3 shots off the lead. Now at the par 3 11th, and though it is 215 yards, you can see with that elevated tee, it doesn't play quite as long as you're coming downhill. You certainly don't want to miss it left here.
Okay, safely aboard.
A lot of movement on this putt left to right. I think the idea here is just to get it inside sort of a 3-foot circle. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done. So that brushed in for par here at 11. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Par 5, 12th, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off your scorecard. A lot of fairway down the right. Somehow find that. This par 5 can be reachable, and 2. There's still trouble to the right of this green if you get a little bit cavalier. This, without doubt, the longest green on the golf course. It's 55 yards from front to back.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
A great opportunity here for birdie. No problems there. That one in for a birdie. And with it, she'll get a stroke back. Now to the 13th hole, and, oh, I don't know, should we just fly it over the mountains, Frank?
It looks like that, but then you better find dry land. 350 yards, but as the crow flies, it's probably just a little over 300 yards. I don't know if the mere mortals would really want to flash it across that desert ridge. You probably want to play a little left of it, have a little pitch up the hill. But if you're one of the longer hitters, why not just try it, see if you can make it.
Well, this is left all the way.
I'm loving this round of golf. More shots, more touch. Another great one there.
Just like that, it's a birdie here at 13. And she moves to 6 under par. Here we are at one of the most photographed holes at Wolf Creek. 444-yard, par 4 14th, sweeping dogleg left. Avoid the 6 bunkers hugging the left side of the fairway and enjoy the view. And it would appear that that ball is into the bunker. Digging in here, readying her second from the fairway bunker. Nah, coming out of the bunker, just couldn't get enough club head on the ball and comes up well short. Had a birdie here yesterday, in there close. Great opportunity for another one. This from 7 feet. Okay, good putt. And a par here at 14. And she's going to remain a shot back. Don't you just love a really short par 3? This 15th is only 125 yards. Maybe grip down on a wedge, clip it just perfectly, stuff it in there close and make it 2. And a rare missed green there, at least as far as this round is concerned, as that'll come up short off the tee. This one should run a second to this par 3. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And she's going to stay at 6 under par. All right, into the finishing stretch here at Wolf Creek with the par 4 16th at 393 yards. This one requiring a good drive over the canyon. If you do put that in play, you'll have a chance to make a birdie. Well, that's down there pretty far, but it's going to wind up in the bunker. That wind's moving pretty good left to right. No question it helped push that ball into the bunker. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Now, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there. That one finished off. It's in for par. And their score's going to stay right where it is. This is a terrific hole right here at Wolf Creek. All the risk reward you want in a great par 5. The 17th is 562 yards. If you can bomb your drive, it goes all the way down the hill. That'll give you a chance to get home in 2. But if not, beware. That ball could come back into the lake. Uh-oh, this is well left. Oh, that bounds off the cart path. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Excellent second shot here at the par 5. Frank, certainly a birdie is well within range.
Well, from that distance, that second shot, that's inside the PGA Tour standard, really. 2 super shots, and you're right. Outside chance for 3.
take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Finishing hole here at Wolf Creek is only 307 yards. Frank, where's the trouble here?
Short and to the right of this par 4. Really, there's a multitude of options off this tee. You could hit an iron, you could hit a fairway wood. Even some might try and hit a driver, but you know, that's a little too risky. There's too many problems up ahead if you try and take this hole on. Really, a short club off the tee, leaving yourself some area of 100, 70 yards, and you're going to be putting for birdie more often than not.
Oh, that one off the cart path.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Second shot now at the home hole. Ball is in the rough, but has a chance to get this within birdie range with a good shot. Now this for another birdie. Yeah, easy to come up short on that one, but that's a decent effort. So she will tap that in for her par at 18. And that will be a second straight round in the 60s. It is a 67 here in round 2. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the week. EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the desert town of Mesquite, Nevada and Wolf Creek Golf Club, it's third-round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. Rich Lerner here in our tower overlooking the 18th green. Frank Nobilo is by my side. Out on the course, we've got Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we check the Saturday leaderboard. Seamus Power, the Irishman, is the leader. He's at 11 under. And the golfer we'll be watching, definitely in contention, just 3 shots off the lead. And that a wonderful tee shot. It's in the fairway here to get this Saturday started. Well within range from here. A second now to the par 5. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
This only about 5 feet for birdie. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's a birdie here at 1, and she'll move to 9 under par. Moving on to the 445-yard par 4 second, severe dogleg left. Aggressive players hitting driver to the left of the visible fairway. Less aggressive players will play to the right, but be careful long there and your ball can be lost in the desert moonscape.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. This one measures out to 15 feet. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And she's into double figures now at 10 under par. Frank, 227 yards from the back tee here at the par 3/3. This is all you want.
Well, that's for sure. Plays a little longer than that, too, by virtue of playing uphill. Thin air might negate some of that. There's going to be a good shot just to keep the ball on the green. One of the smaller greens here.
You know, in this game, you don't just hit the shot. You have to see the shot, and that's a really good example right there. Excellent. So now eyeing this one for birdie. Oh my, that singes the right edge, but doesn't go down. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And she'll remain one shot off the lead. Back to the tee here at Wolf Creek. A lot of sand along the right side of this fairway leading up to the green, Frank.
Yeah, I can't even count how many bunkers they've got down that right side. It's easy to see where not to go. So obviously you want to get that ball up on that left side. And then really it's just a short pitch across. There, this hole's only 383 yards. And it won't even really play its distance. But, of course, you've got to be careful. It's not long, but fairway first once again here. You can see all the problems around there if you do miss this fairway.
So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Oh, that is how you get to be world number one. A beautiful shot there to get it in tight. Not much to that. It is a birdie here at 4, and she'll move to 11 under. We're in the desert, partner. I need water.
You're going to get it here, Rich. Par 5 second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's a crop of some 3 bunkers down that right side. I want to avoid that, but, yeah, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long. So very reachable.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Yeah, you really got to put a charge into it up that slope, and that is fairly well done. Not much left here for birdie. Oh, no. That's giving that way too much respect. That hardly moved at all. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And she'll remain at 11 under par. Here at the 6th, 447-yard par 4. Pretty good hole, Frank.
Yeah, probably a layup hole, too, for the longer hitters. Something out there around the 280, 290-yard mark to make sure you don't go it in the stream. Obviously, it's a dogleg right, as you can see. The canyon on both sides is sort of well-defined, so you know where not to go. Second shot plays a little bit back up the hill to a green, once again, that's anything other than flat. It's fun. You've got to make sure you get that ball on the right tier if you want to have a birdie putt here. Really, it's a waste after that tee shot. Just very average approach.
We turn to Nota Begay the third for this look at birdie.
And this is a putt pros practice for hours, slightly uphill and dead straight.
Got it there, but not quite on target. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And her score is going to stay right where it is. Frank, a very short par 4 here at the 7th, but not one you're going to try to hit off the tee?
No, unless you can fly the ball sort of 300 yards on the nose and stop it within sort of 5 or 6 yards, it's really too risky. This green is not very deep, just sort of 10 or 15 yards in depth. It's just a layup hole, but layup hole, it simply doesn't mean grab a club and hit it down the fairway. The best way to play it is to try and hit the ball right on the number. And where I mean by number, I mean the full shot yardage for your second shot, even if that only is a sandbag.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Yes, a great putt there following the monster drive, and it's an eagle 2 here at the par 4. Frank, the 8th here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada is really the signature par 3, isn't it?
I'd go so far, Rich, to say this is a great par 3. Doesn't matter where it was played. The stream that sort of comes all the way down there and surrounds the left side of this green makes this hole really daunting. Logic would say if you're going to miss this green, obviously you'd miss it to the right, but it's just a beautiful hole. And then you put the fact that the canyon frames the whole hole itself. It's beautiful.
Yeah, very good shot, taking it in right of the hole, and a good look upcoming. Coming off the eagle, this for birdie. Okay, right on line. That's a birdie here at the 8th. And she'll move to 14 under par. This is a good one to close out the front side. 390 yards, a par 4. Yeah, you can hit the big one and just air it out. Set to round out the front side here at Wolf Creek with a par 4.
Fun hole for the big hitter, too. They can really take advantage of this. The last fairway bunker down there on the right side is just over 300 yards to get over it. And longer hitters could nearly drive it in the green side bunker on the right. So just tee it up there. You're playing desert golf for a reason. Enjoy it. Just have a little flick in here, and chance, too, to have a little birdie at the end of your front 9.
Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, and I'm seeing a bit of right to left break on this, but that's certainly not the focus. It's a steep slope, so you've got to concentrate and make sure you get this up to the hole.
Nope. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th. And that will make this an even 30 for the front side, going out in 6 under par. The par 4 10th, and Frank, what's the right way to attack this hole?
A little deceiving off the tee here, Rich, because you don't see the full width of the fairway because of the desert down the right side. You do see those bunkers down the left. 280 yards take them completely out of play. And it's a fun green, obviously protected by those bunkers on the left and that little one-pot bunker on the right. But be aware of the contours of this green and just be aware, too, where they stick the flag. In that front section, then this is certainly a birdie hole.
Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
A touch long, a touch left. But still, how good can you putt?
14 feet to the hole.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And she'll move to 15 under for the tournament. On to the 11th hole, we're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards, very playable, and you never know, today might be the day where you make birdie.
That one safely on the putting surface. Just want to maneuver this one close, down the slope for birdie. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. Okay, she'll finish that one off for her par. This will stay a one-shot lead. Frank, the par 5 12th is another case of a hole where you see that Wolf Creek Golf Club can actually be kind of scary, daunting. You look out at the desert mountains, and then you add in some water, which we have here on the left, and you can go for some big numbers here if you're not careful.
Well, this is where the Wolf and the Creek can take a bite out of you. You hit it left off the tee, then you're certainly going to start to rack up a number. There's enough fairway down the right, but once again, if you hit a good drive and this hole is reachable for you, then you've got to worry about the water, which is to the right of this green. 5 wouldn't be the worst score you could make around here, that's for sure. I've seen 6s and 7s.
What a good shot that is. Home and 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. Now maybe a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, no. Let's give him that way too much respect. That hardly moved at all. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And she's going to hold tight at 15 under. Thirteenth hole here at Wolf Creek, and Frank, anyone can say, oh, I'm going to take this one over the trees. But very few can stand up and say, I'm flying this baby clear over the mountains.
Yeah, if you take the direct route, obviously it's going to be much shorter than the 350 yards that it's measured as a dogleg right. So the direct line, well, I don't want to tell you the exact yardage because it might give you too much of a clue, but it might be worth taking. It's going to be a blind tee shot, though, and you're not quite sure on the outcome.
And that, I do believe, is into the bunker. Not an ideal result there. Hoping to maybe get this close. It is on the green, but not where you want to be. Eight-foot putt here. Might overread it just a bit, and it stayed out wide left of the hole. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And she's going to fall out of the top spot. Wind up one shot back. 14th hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, there's 6 bunkers, 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see, the other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers. Green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. It's sort of 3 different tier levels and that. But let's see, birdies that be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
Oh, this could be good.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Now this for another birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie, and she'll get a stroke back. Here at the 15th hole here at Wolf Creek, bit of a breather here. Nice short par 3. You don't want to miss this green.
No, that's the temptation there. If you try and bite off a little too much because it looks a little too easy, then a bogey here and you're in a bad mood all of a sudden at Wolf Creek.
Well, that's still on the green, but that's the danger of not quite getting it out there as far as it needs to go. This one's going to need to carry some pace with it. A long one for birdie. Back up the slope. Tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and this will remain a one-shot advantage. Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight, because really that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dog leg, then all of a sudden bad things can happen. So look straight at the green. That's your line. Just try and bisect those two fairway bunkers.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. A good 20-footer here. That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, that'll be a par here at 16, and her score's going to stay right where it is. So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The drive looks relatively straightforward, and I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream, across the water, and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, I don't know.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball. Now from 160. This one's looking good. That is a marvelous shot. Look at that, Frank. You know, sometimes on a par 5, you're happy to just be home. Maybe 50, 60 feet away, you take your 2 putts and move on. Here, you're thinking about eagle, getting out of there with a 3.
Yeah, just imagine if he can roll this one in. What a well-played hole it will be.
Nicely done. A birdie finished off here at 17, and she'll get it to 16 under par. Now the closing hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, what's ahead of us?
You could try and drive at this green, but there's too much trouble, really, Rich. Even though this hole's just over 300 yards, it's very ambitious to try and drive it across that water. Some might try. Most people try and hit a tee shot 240, 250-yard mark, and of course, to do the maths, you're only going to have 60 or 70 yards in, and, well, they want you to finish on a good note. So good drive in the fairway here, or 3-wood, pitch it on the green, make a 3, and buy your friends a drink in the clubhouse.
I mean, that is a sight to behold. What a spectacular shot we just saw on the par 4 with a drive in 1. what a putt there for Eagle to wrap things up. That will be a third-round score of 62. That's some terrific playing. So what a tournament it has been to this point for our featured golfer. They've opened up a career. EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, we present live final round coverage of the Mesquite Classic. What a week and weekend this has been so far. Everything you want in a golf tournament. By nightfall, we will have our winner. As you take a look at the current leaderboard on this Sunday afternoon, our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. She's got a 3-shot advantage as she gets set to tee off. And that a beauty, safely in the fairway to get this Sunday round started. Now a big spot here for something good. This is a short second to the par 5. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
"13 feet away. That's going to scoot a foot or two by. Safely in. It's a par here at first, and that's going to keep her at 18 under par. Frank, there's so many impressive holes here at Wolf Creek, but the second really stands out.
Yeah, that tee box is at 9 stories high. It's hard to imagine you can tee up that high, and obviously trying to judge distance is one thing, but also just the visual that you get.
Oh, a miss there. That is way right.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Okay, not a bad lead. That's a good shot. Yeah, well done. It's a birdie here at the second. And she'll move now to 19 under. Now on to the third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. Uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that. Then it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert. And really, that's all it is. Tee and green. There's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see, by those bunkers. And this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230-yard mark.
And the uphill shot there, difficult to judge, and that will wind up short. Maybe a spot for the lob wedge, a second to the par 3.
Way too good, I must say. That was just smashed. Yeah, sizable putt left.
A little too much credit, and it missed on the high side. That one in for a bogey here at the 3rd. And this is going to drop that lead down to 3 shots. Coming now to the 383-yard par 4 4th. Severe dogleg right. Fairway wood or hybrid off the tee might be the play here. Just make sure you avoid the series of bunkers on the right. The driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. And that'll do just fine. This one moving left here for birdie. Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4. And with it, she'll get a stroke back. We come now to one of Wolf Creek's signature holes, the 490-yard par 5 5th, another elevated tee. The key here is to clear the desert and creek off the tee and find the fairway. From there, reaching the green in 2 is definitely a possibility. And this a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. But that one had to feel good.
Yeah, it struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Next up, 447-yard par 4 6th. If you hit driver off the tee, be mindful of the creek that traverses the fairway, and the approach plays longer than the yardage as it climbs uphill to a really difficult green.
Well, what a field. Eagle on the previous hole, just swinging easy and just stripes another one. You playing with house money?
And that's going to leave some work, but it'll end up okay. 11 feet away. The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And she'll get it to 22 under par. Maybe the best risk-reward hole here at Wolf Creek is right here at the par 4-7. It is, without question, drivable at 302 yards. However, getting that tee shot to stay on the green can often be a different story. We see plenty of shots go over the back, leaving an incredibly difficult pitch shot off the desert floor. And that one gonna be into the bunker off the tee.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Yeah, big explosion. Got it to stop quickly, and that will be a birdie opportunity coming up.
Yes, runs that one right in. It's a birdie here at the 7th. And she'll move to 23 under par. Par 3-8, 248 yards down to the green. What a hole.
Yeah, maybe you put your two hands together, make a little prayer. You might make two, but make three here and run to the next tee. This is it's just a gorgeous par 3, but it is tough. Every bit as tough as what it is pretty, as a matter of fact.
Solid shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round, will win the day. Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, that's really well done. From that distance, you'll take it every time. Okay, that in for par here at the 8th. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 9th, 390 yards. And what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off, because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunker on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here.
So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. Okay, on the green, but it's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. This is a 13-footer. That one led perfectly. It is a birdie here at the 9th, and that will make this an even 30 for the front side, going out in 6 under par. The par 4 10th. What's the right way to attack this hole, Frank?
Rich, you've got to convince yourself there's more fairway down there than what it first looks, because that ridge on that right side, the desert there, blocks your view off the tee. But this fairway is just as wide as every other fairway on the golf course. A good drive, sort of 280, 300 yard plus, will always take those bunkers down the left out of play. From there, that second shot, just be aware where the flag is. If they have it in that front or middle section, this is certainly a birdie hole. Anything on the green is going to be a very sort of makeable putt. Just be careful, though, when that flag is on the back right. That's the hard position because it brings that pop bunker into play.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Well, those are the shots that turn what you'd like to be a leisurely stroll out on the golf course into a day of hard work.
Yeah, what could have been a tap-in is now going to be a grind.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And this lead, looking oh so comfortable at this point. It remains at 7. Frank, another really rugged hole. This is the par 3 11th here at Wolf Creek.
Well, Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about, because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you. And remind yourself, too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here, and this green's not too severe. But this is a fun par 3 just to look at, or even at least experience.
And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green. Looking now at her second to this par 3. "15 feet away. Yes, no problem, she says. That's in for her par. And she'll stay at -24 for the tournament. Another spectacular vista from an elevated tee here at the 560-yard par 5 12th. Water down the left of the fairway and to the right of the green. Keep it dry off the tee, and you can get home in 2, where eagle or birdie opportunities await. Well, look out. That is way right. Oh, that one off the cart path. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. What a good shot that is. Home in 2 on the par 5. Remember, made eagle earlier in the round, Frank. That may be a chance for a second.
I know we can't call it a double eagle, but talk about aggression in these par 5s. Way to stand up there and just hit the shot.
Oh, yeah, that's how you take advantage of a par 5. It's in for an eagle 3. Superb. Well, this is all about temptation at 350 yards, this 13th here at Wolf Creek with a dog leg to the right. If you're a long hitter, you're thinking about it. Maybe you're going to cut the dog leg and try to drive the green, but keep in mind, if you miss it to the right, wave goodbye to your golf ball.
And that one gonna wind up in the bunker. So this one gonna have to carry a long way. Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Now this for another birdie. Confidently done there. That's in for birdie here at 13. And this lead is going to swell to an unbelievable 9 shots. Certain holes in golf, you just want to pull out the phone and snap a picture and just soak it all in. This is one of those holes, the 14th at Wolf Creek, 444 yards. Spectacular, isn't it?
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
This is where club selection is so important. Second shot into that stiff breeze.
Quite simply inexcusable to go from, well, really what was an advantageous situation to one that is now worse.
That is such a tough bunker to try and navigate. That's onto the green, but still a tricky distance coming up. Nicely judged, though. It's 4-5 here at par 3. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. We start our finishing stretch here at Wolf Creek with a 393-yard par 4 16th. A good drive over a canyon is required. 2 greenside bunkers must be avoided on the approach. There's a good illustration of the dangers of not getting on the right tier of these greens. That one rolled back quite a ways. Chance now for another birdie. Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Okay, a bogey here at the 15th. But fortunately, this one still well in hand. Short par 4 16th hole measures only 393 yards. But Frank, as is the case with pretty much every hole, despite the yardage, there's plenty of trouble.
It does. It plays tricks on the mind's eye here. It looks like it's a dog leg going one way, then back the other way. But really, it's built as a straight hole just across the canyon. And that's the way you've got to play it. I don't think you can drive the green, even the longest hitters at 393 yards. But just a nice drive down there. Take the bunkers on, get it past there. And before you know it, you've got a little wedge in here. And it should set up nicely for a birdie. I really like her golf swing, and that's another good shot. She should be happy with that one.
This one going to require some pace back up the hill for birdie. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. That will move her to 26 under par. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button.
Showing no signs of a let-up here. This tournament seemingly under control, as that's in the fairway here at 17. Now from a little less than 200 yards, this a second to the par 5. Man, Frank, it is one thing to stack pars on a scorecard, but eagles, this is an incredible performance.
Well, I'm used to birdie feasts, but eagle feasts? I didn't think you could do that.
I'll tell you what, lag putting, such an underrated part of the game, and that is well done there. Yes, some good playing here toward the end of the round. Birdies at 16 and 17. And the lead is now into double digits. It's an insurmountable 10-shot advantage. This is a cool finishing hole here at Wolf Creek, just 307 yards, a shorty. And it's probably a fairway wood or a hybrid off the tee. What presents a problem, that approach shot. Waterfall on the left. It looks nice, but you just want to stare at it. You don't want to hit your shot there. Deep bunkers and rocks on the right, and a funky green that is really a challenge. This is an excellent finishing hole. And this one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. Looking for a rousing finish, a second out of the sand at 18. All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Still have to be aware of the slope coming downhill, but not a ton of break in this.
Got it there, but not quite on target.
Sometimes you worry so much about the putt getting away that you completely forget to hit it.
Okay, so she'll finish that off for her par here at 18. And that will make this a final round, 63, a spectacular round of golf. Just a marvelous performance, Frank. Look, I know you love EA Sports, you play all the games. You might win Madden football by double digits, right? It is football. But in golf, double-digit victories, that's rare. That doesn't happen a whole lot.